Everyone, today we will look at how to make a walkie-talkie. So the things you would need is breadboard, starting with the mic, connecting the wires to the respective pins of VCC, ground and output pins. Then you would take the VCC pin and put it in the 3.3 volt pin of the ESP32. Then you would take the ground pin and put it in a ground pin for breadboard. Then you would take a male to female jumper wire and put it in the ground of ESP32, and then put the other wire in the breadboard. So it is used to make the common ground. Then the last pin output of the mic is put in D34 pin of the ESP32. Then you will take the PAM and so now all the pins are connected to the jumper wires, and the L plus is connected to the positive of the speaker and L minus is connected to the negative of the speaker. Then the 5 volt VCC is put in the VIN of ESP32. Then take ground of the PAM and put it in the common ground of the breadboard, and then there is another ground which would also go to the common ground of the breadboard, and then the input pin would go to the D25 pin of the ESP32. And here is your walkie-talkie.